Hi, this is Erin.
This is Katie.
And this is Adia, and we're 29 and chronically online. Little interesting thing there. Yay! On today's episode, we have a very special topic, dear to the hearts of Katie and Erin.
This is true.
And I'm very excited to delve into this world that is Love Island, UK.
Yeah.
UK?
UK only.
UK
We do
only.
not have
UK only.
anything non-UK
Nothing.
related on there.
Okay. They have prepared a very in-depth presentation that I'm super excited to learn today. I feel like I'm back in class and I'm very excited.
Yeah. I did want to preface, like, this is Erin and I's perspective and preference. So if, someone's favorite Islander or moment is not on this, it's our own.
It's our fave.
Basically. Yeah. These are what we have deemed as important and, relatable and whatnot.
I take that to heart, though. I respect the opinion already.
Yeah. I tried to put it out there in case someone,
There's some hot takes in here.
I don't know about hot take. Maybe. Would you say hot takes, Erin?
I don't think there are like hot. Well, I think there might be for some if it's like someone's like least favorite couple or like
Well, we can put,
Islander.
like, least fave on there.
But then it's like our fave. It might be our fave,
right?
But then not there. So yeah, I mean,
that's fair.
Okay,
That's fair.
There's some good discourse. Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to give you an overview of the show.
Yes.
I mean, realistically, I don't know if it's possible. There's 60 episodes a season.
Oh my gosh.
10 series as they're called. So, it's like putting your toe in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My toe
and we'll
in.
show you a couple clips. We'll show you a couple.
Catch you up on the memes to an
gosh.
extent.
Okay, so this is a crash course in Love Island UK.
100%. It's meant to grip you, like get you ready to watch.
Oh my gosh. All right. I'm
so you'll be ready for season 11.
Yeah,
okay.
And winter has been canceled, so rumor has it winter's been canceled, so you'll be ready for next summer.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have enough time.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so welcome to Love Island 101 by Katie and Erin.
Yes, amazing.
Okay. Oh gosh, Katie, we didn't talk about how we wanted to like go about this, but do you just want to?
We can just chime in, as it happens. This is a pretty, I would say, viral moment, I guess. So it
was like all over TikTok.
Okay.
Yes.
I might know this.
I'm done with the conversation now.
Sit back down.
I'm sad.
Did you hear it?
Yes, I do know that one. I didn't know that was from
Perfect. Yes.
So you're gonna want to stay tuned for this journey. Buckle up.
Right.
Buckle up.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so basically the format. I also just want you to know this was made in 2 days. So it could be more in depth, but it was 2 days. So basically it starts off beginning of the summer, 5 boys, 5 girls come into the villa and they're immediately coupled up based on, who they fancy. So
I mean, basically, like you walk in and who do you think is hot? Who do you want to couple up with? And that's what you're going on. That's it.
Yeah. And in like past seasons, they let the Islanders choose, but in the past like 2 or 3 seasons, they were like, oh, British public, here's the Islanders, pick who you want to see together. And obviously the British public plays our melanin queens and only couples them up with our melanin kings. So
of course.
I mean, down to like the shade. Like it is like,
it's
I'm not surprised.
We're not surprised, but it is disappointing,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they can recouple, so it doesn't always stay. Like it doesn't stick who you're with on the first day, but it's always like, come on, we could do better.
Yeah.
And I would like to preface, Erin and I do not have a chance to vote. I have tried on my VPN, and they're like, you're outside the UK.
You're outside.
The American fans may feel differently about some of these, but it's truly the UK.
Jeez.
And their say,
Okay,
it's wild.
Yeah.
So again, immediately 5 girls, 5 guys, and then they usually bring in like one bombshell. So bombshells are the new people that come into the villa that aren't the OG 10. So it'll be like a bombshell that will cause chaos, that will like
Well, they want to be coupled
turn
up with
heads
stuff.
already.
because they're outnumbered.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
And
so
occasionally with
yeah.
recouplings, if you end up single, you might go home. So it's really like, as a bomb show, you got to find somebody. Otherwise, like, who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so basically, like, you want to be coupled the entire time so that by the end of the 2 months that people are on Love Island, you can maybe win 50,000 pounds.
Wow.
With
Okay,
your
that's
couple.
a lot. So I get it.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's
So
voted
yeah,
by
so
the
this
British public as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
okay. Next.
Oh, and in the first like few seasons, I don't know when they stopped this, but in the first few seasons, the winners that were voted by the British public, they had to decide
Oh,
if they were
yeah.
there for love or money. And if they both said love, then they got to split the money. If one of them said money, like they took the money. But there was never a case in which someone did not say love. So
What?
yeah, so we love to see it. But they've kind of stopped. I don't know when that ended, but it's probably for the best.
I know.
Like
Honestly. Well, because
you
I feel
spend
like
2 months with these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And also people could be like, oh, if we win, like just say love and blah blah blah. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's
I
full
would
they
do
can
that.
plan it. It's not like but they are mic'd and filmed 24/7. So it's like
24/7. You
It's
send a
not
contract
like-
that says 24/7. Yeah.
24 even. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
even-
so
People
the-
love to do that though.
and they control your day. I mean, you have to ask to go to the bathroom and you have to, yeah. It's like,
yeah.
it's real.
And it's like so the show is aired Sunday through Friday. And so on the weekends they get like a day off, and that's when the like boys and girls are separated, like they don't talk.
Thank the Lord.
And they're not being filmed, they're not being like recorded. So they like aren't allowed to talk about like anything juicy really. They just have to
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
stay
Yeah.
separate.
And there's been reports that on those days, like they get their nails done. Like
Yeah, you have to
I don't know.
upkeep.
Yeah, kind of those general things.
Yeah.
But it is on, like it airs the Islanders Sunday through Thursday or Friday. But then on Saturday, there is like a compilation of fun moments from the week. So I mean,
Oh,
it
there's
is on.
still-
Yeah, there
It's
is
every
always-
day. Yeah.
And how
there's
long,
always an
how long
episode.
is it?
An hour,
No, like how long are they there?
2 months.
2 months.
If you make it from start to end, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would
yeah,
die.
you're
Yeah.
truly disconnected. No, I mean, there are phones in the villa, but they do not connect to anything. They have no service. You just get text from the producers, which is what Erin has on our screen now. But otherwise, I mean, it is truly just the 8 people or like the 10 to 20 people you're in there with, depending on bombshells
Yeah.
and that stuff. But
That is insane.
yeah,
2
I mean,
months.
And so that's why like they'll do challenges or they'll get like dates with the text. And so that's why people are so excited. They're like, we get to finally leave the villa. And, like,
get
you know,
that.
like they're like, yes. Anyway,
something
so
different.
yeah. So the show is basically run like via text because I mean they want it to be they're kind of just all alone in the villa, even though like producers are there and watching. They're not like, you know, there. It's just mostly like automatic cameras that follow them around. So producers will send in texts like, oh, Katie, you can leave the villa, pick a date, or you know, like something, whatever. So or
It's
like
so
today's
hard.
challenge.
You get a text if there's going to be like a recoupling that night. Like sometimes they'll just say Islanders gather around the fire pit. So like your text, I mean, it
It's
could
like
be
your
anything.
lifeline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it really drives the show in that regard.
I would
And
be so happy.
they are required to read the text out loud, the whole text. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Even
wouldn't
though,
sign
yeah.
up to do this. This is like
To find love.
insane. Yeah,
To find
50K
love.
worth of love.
Yeah.
Find
Totally.
love, 50K, and those IG followers you get afterwards.
We'll touch on that a little later.
Oh my gosh.
Not too much, but just a little.
Got a text. Got a text.
I got a text.
I got a text.
Got a text. I got a text.
I'm going text.
Got a text.
Got text. Text.
I've got a text.
Got text. Text.
Oh my gosh.
It's truly
Also-
like the highlight of their day because
Yeah.
otherwise they're just
I-
lounging around a pool,
I love that.
sunbathing, whatever.
I love
Yeah.
that.
And I will say that they don't, because their phones don't connect to anything, a lot of Islanders have said that they don't normally carry them around because what are you going to do on it,
Yeah.
right? Like you take photos
Yeah.
and you like get texts from the producers. So they sometimes know when a text is coming because the producers will say like, take your phone with you or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they
like,
come
oh,
out
make sure to
by-
bring this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally Truman Show.
Actually, yeah,
the
except
hot
like
people.
conscious, like we're side people, but yeah.
Yeah.
But for moments that are bigger, that maybe aren't text worthy, they do have like hosts for the show. So I
Mhm.
think that's our next slide. There
Yes.
have been a few hosts.
R.I.P. Yes, I
Yes.
remember. her.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Caroline.
She was our
So
original
she was the
Love Island
first host.
Mhm.
And then like after she passed, Laura Whitmore took over.
Nepo
and
baby. Who's her parents?
Well, I put Nepo Baby on there, but she's really just dating the other host of the show, Ian Sterling. I don't know if they're
no,
married.
she's married to him.
Married?
They're
Okay.
married.
Yeah, so like I jokingly said Nepo Baby, but like I just meant like
she got her
Nepo
job.
moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Like did she get it because she knows Ian Sterling?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
She did what?
And so she was there for like a couple seasons, and then she was like, I want to do other things. And so now we have Maya
wonder
Gemma, who is literally so hot and amazing.
Yes. And Maya has come out because I follow her on like every social media, and she was like, when they asked her to do it, she can wear whatever she wants. They were like, do whatever you want, like bring your vibe to the show. Like obviously she's got like some lines and stuff, but I mean her fit's immaculate. She is so
No,
hot. She is,
literally.
like,
Yeah.
and she's not afraid to ask the questions to the Islanders that we want answers to. So like Caroline and Laura were a little bit more like, I don't know, tame with the Islanders. And I think that comes from producer involvement. They were like, tone it down, like don't egg them on. But sometimes like things happen in Maya's like, so how do you feel about that? And you're like, that's what we want you to ask. Like
Exactly.
because Laura and Caroline would kind of like glaze over things. Like, all right, let's keep the show moving. But Maya, she will ask tough questions.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah, we love the team.
We really do.
But they come in
okay,
for like not recoupling, Casa More, which we'll get more to. I think that's coming up like right after this.
Yeah.
They do the original pairing up, and then they do like the finale. So they are not there
Like all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Unless something big happens, those
Mhm.
girlies are in there. Anyway,
Yeah.
so Ian Sterling, he is the guy who does like the voiceover
Yes,
for the whole
iconic
thing.
voice. Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
he really
we have
moves us through the show.
Tomorrow night, our relationship hits the ropes.
I told you the truth, and you told me jack shit of what was on that fucking screen.
I lied to you. No.
Yeah, you didn't fucking tell me the truth, did
No,
you?
I didn't
You
lie to
didn't
you.
fucking tell me the truth.
Okay, so
I
first of
love
all,
his
I
voice,
remember
yeah.
so vividly watching that scene and it being absolutely insane. Faye and Teddy, love them,
Yes.
the couple.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes on unseen bits, you'll see the Islanders try to recreate. They always do the tonight.
Yeah.
When I bring up the show, and he says tonight, Scott does it too. So it is truly like an icon, a legend.
He does have
is
a
the
good
moment.
voice. Yeah.
Mhm.
I love that. And
Mhm.
he records. I mean, these episodes are daily, as you know. He's recording every day. He's coming up with jokes.
grind,
Like, I mean,
yeah.
there are other writers, I think, too, but he does do a lot
Yeah.
of his own. Yeah,
We love the
commentary
grind.
jokes. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
you love to see it.
Okay, so the main villa.
Yes. You
With
have to
the
say
secret
it
love.
in a certain way. Like, I know you have to say it like with the accent.
Oh,
You know?
The main villa, yeah.
The villa.
Yeah, that's what I do know. Yeah. The villa.
So this is it. It's basically just a big house that they kind of revamp for for
love the
Love
rooms.
Island. So they
Yeah.
bring in like fake grass, they put like all these lights, the
That's
iconic
the terrace.
and this.
The
So
day beds.
yeah, so I think it's like a very interesting laid out like villa, but like once you have seen a season, you know basically the entire layout. And this has been the villa for the past
Well, I mean, summer seasons 2 or 3. In winter,
Oh,
they
yeah,
live in
yeah,
South Africa, so it is a different.
Yeah.
It is a different villa, but this has been I think
True.
2 or 3 seasons now for the summer,
I think so. But
which is good because honestly, when I first started watching, starting a new season with new Islanders, a new villa, like it was honestly kind of a lot
Yeah.
because you're like, where is anybody? Like, where are they? Who
'Cause
are
you,
they,
like-
first of all, yeah,
yeah, you like first of all try to find the layout. I remember the first house in like season 1, it was like just this like
Ugly.
massive 2-story thing and then this humongous pool.
yeah.
I was
I
like,
wanted to include a picture,
and then they
but
were
it's
like
just,
walking in.
Yeah, it's just so different from what it was because it is nice to have the rooms and the terrace because yeah, the first one was just I mean, it wasn't even a mansion. It was literally just like a square house, 2-story. It leads
I
right out to the
know.
pool out back, the smoking area. Like, I mean, it was like,
They
Yeah.
all smoke, don't they?
well, not anymore. Not
Not anymore. In the
Yeah.
first few seasons, they were
Oh, girl.
chain
Chain
smoking the
smoking.
whole
What else
time.
can you do?
Yeah.
You know, you can't
Oh,
do
yeah.
anything else.
That was part of like the daily debrief sitting at smoking.
Exactly.
But they do still,
Exactly.
there are people who still smoke, because I have heard that for people who vape or smoke, like they get to like
Oh.
leave the villa. Like I
Oh,
heard
yeah, yeah.
Daddy Day was one of them last summer, and he would just like go out front and like vape for 20 minutes and then go back inside.
Oh.
Like I mean, it's like
Pick
an
it up.
addiction. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't want it on the screen anymore. You know, they can't.
Oh my god.
They're trying to be a good show. They can't promote smoking. So yeah, which is a good time.
The villa.
La villa.
Anyway. Okay, so the evolution of Love Island UK, it started in 2005, but it didn't get like rebooted until 2015, which is the iconic season
Mhm.
1. And these are the Islanders from season 1, and they're wild. They smoked, they drank, they hooked up on national TV, and we were all just sitting there, just watching.
Yeah,
my
so
we were
I
like-
remember, Erin, someone hooked up in the closet in season 1. I mean, and they were even hooking
Yeah.
up in the bedroom. You saw the room. There's 10 beds in one room. They're hooking
Yeah,
up
yeah.
in front of everybody, and this
Yeah,
is aired
so
on national television.
You would just see like, because obviously they're just like, oh, like let me put the covers over me. So you would just see like
Girl.
covers like moving, and you were like, what?
It was
Oh my god.
chaotic. People
It
were
was
drunk,
wild.
like, and look at this America's Next Top Model photo shoot.
literally-
Like
I
vibes.
know.
Like, truly, it was unhinged. Like people.
It was.
I mean, someone I remember, I don't know if this was season 1 or season 2, but they were like hooking up in the hideaway, which we didn't include the hideaway. Honestly, in the recent seasons, I
we
don't think it's
didn't.
important.
Yeah.
But
It's like boring in the
yeah, they were
seasons.
hooking up in the hideaway, but they didn't want to be on camera. So the guy was like, "There's a spider in the bathroom," and they like hooked up in the bathroom.
Oh my.
And you could
Okay,
hear
it was
them. Was it?
it
so
was
cute?
Hulk. It was Hulk and this blonde woman on the right, all the way on the right.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
The
like,
guy with
all
the
the blondes,
gauges
yeah.
and the girl in the white bathing suit. That's who it
Oh.
was.
Crazy. And I mean, you could just like hear them moaning, but like because there weren't cameras in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But it was just like this was
They really
crazy.
did that. Oh my
Season
gosh.
1 and I would say season 2 truly are like
Unhinged.
completely different
Wild
shows
TV.
almost.
Yeah.
And producers did
They're-
not have as much involvement either, like in the day to day. So they were just
Mhm.
like sitting,
They were just doing
writing,
whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I love about UK TV is that you can do
Yeah.
stuff. You cannot do that in US
Yeah.
TV at all. Smoke, drink,
Absolutely not.
Smoke, drink, and hook up.
Exactly. Really, it was just wild. So now there are like 50 bajillion spin-offs. I didn't include all of them, but there's like Love Island USA, Australia, Germany, the winter one. There's like a Sweden one. A lot.
France, that was popular.
Yeah. But yeah, it's much tamer. They have a 1 drink rule, so they give them like a champagne flute like every night, and that's
That's
just the
it?
alcohol they
Yes.
have. So they're all just like crazy on their own.
Okay,
And not, like,
yeah. There is like they
And
do
not, like,
psych
drunk.
evaluations on these people because as we'll get to a little bit more about like how social media has like kind of not hindered the show, but like definitely like fucked with the Islanders. And
Yeah.
so they do
Mhm.
psych evaluations and stuff. So, I mean, some of these people like are actually crazy, like on their own without like the
Oh my
influence.
Yeah.
Don't know how they pass those psych evals, but you know,
No,
whatever.
maybe they do that on purpose then. They're like,
Yeah.
we need you.
So true.
Yeah, they need something. But yeah, so we were talking about 24/7 filming. And I just had to put this here because this is where it said dumpings, but we're about to show you a dumping that happened in real time that is one of the best pieces of television
No, sir.
you've ever seen. So this is
Oh my gosh.
someone
I don't
filming.
know where it starts, but yeah.
I
The
love that they
video.
like do all caps for the name. Molly is dumped from the
Yeah,
villa.
no. Oh gosh. So background of this scene, a bombshell comes in. Her name is Katie. She has been on Love Island before. She was in season 2 and now she's back to be in
Doesn't
season
happen
10
often.
and
Yeah.
doesn't happen often. But honestly, for the past few seasons they've been bringing back people because Adam, her,
Yeah.
I think they're going to keep doing it.
I
Anyway,
don't know because they haven't been
So-
popular second time around. But anyway.
Mhm.
that's true. So she comes in, she's there for a day, she's mingling with the boys. This is maybe like 2 or 3 weeks into like Love Island. So like connections have been formed and people are like, I don't want to recouple with anybody else. I think we're just gonna like ride it out until the end if someone who like fully turns our head comes in. And so Katie comes in, she talks to the boys, and then they get a text and they're like, will all Islanders gather around the fire pit immediately? And so they're all seated like in their couples, and then Katie's on the end. And Katie gets a text and is like, please get to the front of the villa or front of the fire pit. And after she gets to the front of the fire pit, the text comes in and is like, you will now steal a man from one of your fellow Islanders. So I think
be
this is
attracted to on the outside world, and
Tyreek or
to
Zach?
get to know them more.
Tyreek or Zach? This music is going to mean my video gets copyrighted.
So the boy I would like to couple up with is
Tyreek. Here we go.
Zachariah.
Oh! Okay, I didn't
know.
see it coming. They have got kind of close-ish. Molly is not happy. Oh, man.
Sorry. Oh my god.
And this doesn't normally happen. If
Oh,
they get
dear.
stolen, they usually just get to mingle and stick around. And
You're smiling inside, Zachariah. We know it.
Molly, you are now single and therefore have been dumped from the island.
What?
Please pack your bags and say your goodbyes.
Oh, no way!
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
That I was not expecting
really
that.
quiet.
Oh my goodness. That is mean. The Love Island producers are mean. That is mean. You guys are like Vladimir
There's
Putin.
no backtrack, no nothing.
nothing.
it was literally just silence.
And then it faded to black and the credits rolled. Please.
Yeah.
Come
It was
on.
wild.
Please.
Was it, what day did this air? Was this like a Sunday or something? Like, did you have to wait for the next
It was a
one?
Friday, I think.
Yeah.
And then you wait till Sunday for the next one. Oh, yeah.
It's so messed up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So that iconic piece of television.
Mhm. But yeah, we put what else? Challenges. So heart rate challenge, there is a heart rate challenge video on here. They basically do a striptease on national television, and they if the guys are doing it, like they both get a chance to, the guys and the girls, but the girls will get their heart rates monitored, and then whoever like raised your heart the most, those results are revealed. So it may not be the person that you're coupled up with, which causes drama. The baby challenge, they get fake babies in the villa and they have to like be a pairing with their partner. They did not do it on season 10, God bless. That is the worst episode, I think.
It's like
personally, on
so
television.
boring.
It is so boring because they just like hate the baby. Like, they're all like early
And you're
20s,
like,
they're single, like they're
Yeah.
players before
They're
the
like,
island.
I don't
They
want to
wanna
do
make
this.
babies. Yeah.
It also like like the sound of it crying, you're like, so it's a baby, you know?
'Cause it's fake,
But
yeah.
like the cries are just there. Movie night. We didn't
We love
include
movie night.
any things of movie night, but
We
movie
did
night
not.
is after Casa Amor, which we'll talk about next.
Yeah.
And it is literally just the producers put together a
Juicy
list
clip.
of clips that are like so juicy that will cause drama and show
I
like
That the violence
Islanders.
because they're
Yeah,
not
they,
watching,
like-
right? Like so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we might be talking, but if Aaron's talking to someone else and like talking bad about us, we wouldn't know
Yeah.
this.
Oh, I would
like,
love that.
Exactly.
shows up
And
you're
then
like,
it would just be
"What?"
like they always like include their name into the like title, so people they
know who the
are
video is
asked
about.
questions. Whoever wins that question, the boys versus girls, will be like, oh, I want to see clip number, Katie tells all, or
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Juicy.
wild. And
Yeah.
then another juicy challenge is Snog, Marry, Pie,
I love
and they have to the like girls line up, the guys line up, and so one by one the opposite gender like goes and like is like, I want to snog this person because la la la, they kiss that person, and then they're like, oh, I want to marry this person because they're nice, la la la, and then I want to pie this person, and there's literally a pie or
Yeah,
a
whipped cream.
cake with like whipped cream on it, and they like smash it in their face, and they're like, I'm pieing this person because they didn't get the hint, kind of thing.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
lot of drama that comes from this game because so imagine you're in a coupling. I mean, this is near the end of the season too. Snug Bear Pie is one of the last challenges. You've been with someone for 6 weeks, and then do you want them to snog you? Do you want them to marry you? Like, but they only get to pick one
Exactly.
for you. So like, if they marry me, they might kiss my best friend because she's like
Exactly.
a close friend to me or whatever. Like,
Oh, no.
it's crazy. Yeah.
No.
So do
So
you
like
want them to kiss, like,
usually,
your partner, or do you like marry your best friend? Like, and so it causes drama because some girls or well, and even guys, they're like, why did you snog so and so when
yeah,
you should have snogged me, but then married that
Yeah.
person? Yeah, yeah.
The drama.
Usually when it's like not dramatic is when people are like, oh, like they snog their person because they're like, I don't want to kiss anybody else, and they're
Yeah.
like, this person's my best friend in the villa, so I'll marry them, like kind of thing. And that
Oh,
usually is
I
like
will
pretty
say-
tame, but like,
I don't know. I don't think this clip made it, but I did find one. I don't remember what season it was from. If I had to guess, season 7 probably. But this one guy was like, I'm gonna snog this person because she won the kissing challenge. So they all kiss each other and rate the kisses. Yeah. So he said, I'm gonna snog this person because like she was the voted best kisser. And then he married his like couple, and she literally threw the ring at him and was like, because you said that, like this is over.
Why would you say that out
No,
loud, though?
they're stupid.
Crazy. I have no sense.
They're
Like,
stupid.
why would you say that? Exactly.
Oh
That's
my
the best
God.
question.
It's like they're like, oh, I'm just talking with pals. No, you're being filmed and broadcasted
Mhm.
over all of the UK, and all these people now from
A
like different
lot.
countries are also watching this. Like, are you
Yeah.
crazy?
A lot of people
Yeah.
say that they're like, I did it for the banter, and it's like, no, like that's not real. You're literally like coupled up with this person, you're monogamous, you're exclusive, like all this stuff, and like it is crazy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Too funny. Okay,
Casa Amor.
Casa
love-
Amor. Hold on. Let's see if
I don't
now
know
this
how
link-
this is gonna work.
We'll see. Oh no.
Literally.
Oh god.
This is what they play on TV for us to get us like hyped for Casa Amor, which I just feel like is
Sounds
iconic.
like a horror movie or something.
Oh, yes. Casa Amor is similar to a horror movie for a lot of Islanders.
Gosh.
I
please
also
work.
texted you the video you were looking for, but it won't let me download it. So Casa
Okay.
Amor,
Hold on. Oh my gosh. Okay.
so you've seen the main villa. That's where
Yeah.
they primarily reside. Usually about halfway through, I guess maybe 4 or 5 weeks in, they go to Casa Amor, except it changes year to year. So some years, and in recent years, this has been better, the girls will get like taken away from the villa for something, like they go on a spa day and then they get a text that's like, you're going to Casa Amor. And so they get moved to a whole separate villa, and they bring in 5 or
Oh my
6
God.
new people for them to get to know, and both genders get it. So if the girls are in Casa Amor, they get 5 new boys that they get to meet and mingle and maybe recouple with. And then, but the thing is, they go into Casa Amor, and I mean, where are you with your current coupling? Are you exclusive with them? What if you find a better connection in Casa Amor? Do you bring them back from Casa
You can bring
Amor?
them back to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the juicy bit. It's like if you
Yes.
during Casa Amor week, if you find like a better connection, you're
Yeah.
like, okay, I want to couple up with this person. And so like at the end, they have a recoupling. And so either like the boys will be around the main villa fire pit, whoever's at the main villa will be around the main villa fire pit. And this is when one of the hosts like comes in. So Maya came in and she's like, okay, like blah, blah, blah. Do you want to stay in your current couple from before Casa Amor or recouple? And so like the person's like, I want to, stay, or I want to recouple, whatever. So they're standing there, and then they're like, well, let's see what your partner decided. And so the drama is they have this long hallway that they now like dramatically walk through, and you're like on pins and needle, like waiting to see if this person walks in alone or walks in with someone else. Because if they walk in with someone else and you're standing there alone, you are now single and at risk from being dumped from the island, like eventually. So you get to stay there. You're not immediately dumped like Molly was, but you're at risk. So.
And all of this is like, you don't get to talk to that other person, right? So like, I'm in Casa Amor, I just make this decision for myself. I don't get to talk to my partner, see if they met anybody else. I don't get a chance to like discuss with them. I have to make that choice. So it's like, do I bring someone back just in case they brought someone back? Do I really have a better connection? Do I trust that they didn't do anything during Casa Amor? Because people they move mad sometimes.
They move mad there.
There is a video about that, but It's just like
How
the
long are
best
they there for?
television week. Yeah, usually about a week.
Yeah, a
It is some of the
couple
best
days.
television
It's
on
not
TV.
even.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
And so like during this past season, a girl who had just like became exclusive with a guy from the main villa,
Yeah.
she brought back a guy because she was like, I don't know, like I'm still very interested in Tyreek, but Uzi is like someone who I knew in the past and like thought there was a spark there. So
Well,
she
you
was like,
know
I
him in the
want to get to
past.
know both. Well,
Yeah.
she had like met him, they had worked together, and she
doesn't
thought he was going to
normally
ask her on a
happen.
date.
Yeah.
She thought he was going to ask her on a date, but then I think it didn't happen, and then she was in Love Island.
Well,
So
and Tyreek before Casa Amor, because they don't know what's coming, right? They don't know anything about this. A day before Casa Amor, he says to her, like, I kind of miss the game of being single. And it's like, so now she's
True.
like thinking about these
Sure,
things,
yeah.
you know? I mean,
yeah,
he has not reassured her that she,
Yeah.
even though they're exclusive now, I mean, what does that really mean? He just told me he misses the
exactly,
game. Like, what's that about?
exactly.
You know? With
So
5
it's
new
like, do
girls in
you
Plain
think
Villa, she
of
gonna
like
like
exactly? Yeah. So
some more
anyway, so
truly
this is the
amazing.
Casa Amor Villa.
And this has not been around since the beginning. This is like what, season maybe 4 that they started Casa Amor. So
I think so. Yeah.
it was a good time.
Okay, so now let's
This
all
is one of the best
pause.
Casa Amor moments.
It really was. Okay.
So they
Here we
do
go.
every
So
season have someone come in, a celebrity come in, and they have a dance party and they all hang out. But this is the first
yeah,
time
so
something like this has happened.
yeah.
Neo is
So
here.
here's Neo.
Fellas,
We
no
love him.
disrespect on
Yeah,
your side. I would like to
absolutely.
get a selfie with just the ladies. Is that cool? I'll follow y'all. Here we go.
Come on.
The way, the way. Okay, ladies. I have a surprise for you.
Oh, surprise.
Yeah, that car right there.
No! Get the
I've had a lot of gold with. Oh no. Why this movie? Oh wow.
Wait to Neo!
And they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Wow.
Boys have no idea. It's
Yeah, so
and the
they
last 2 seasons it's been the girls going to Casa Amor, which is better because when the boys leave that villa, they act. I mean, they
They're
act unhinged in the villa,
insane.
but they will do anything in that Casa Amor villa because they think it won't get back to them. It's
Oh my
literally unhinged.
I was gonna say, is that Neo?
Yeah.
It is exactly Neo. And it was wild because like they had just had this fun party, and then like the boys were all like, while Neo was taking the girls to take a selfie, the boys were all sitting on the day beds being like, that was so fun, like loved hanging out with my girl, blah blah blah. Because this is again far enough into the season where they're kind of like coupled off and not like looking other places if they're in couples. And so like they were like, oh, like can't wait to, you know, talk to so and so about whatever later, like have some pillow talk, blah blah blah. No,
Little did they know.
Little did they
Gone.
know.
little did they know.
They went out to the front to say, like, it's quiet now, and then they were just nobody was there.
And then what also was so iconic, so they heard the screaming, they run outside to the front of the villa, don't see anything, then run to the back, and they see in the dark distance this bright light just pop up, and the lights of Casa Amor pop up,
Yeah.
like turn on, and they're like, oh
You can
my
see the
gosh,
Casa
like
Amor.
what?
Yeah.
And then they hear, because it's like in the middle of, is it Mallorca, this one?
Yeah.
It was in
yeah.
the middle of just like, not barren land, but like pretty not like populated land.
Inhabited.
And yeah. And so they hear the girls screaming and being like, and they're like, why are they screaming? Like, who's that screaming at? You know, kind of thing. So you're like, oh my gosh, Neo took our girls. That was iconic.
I love that.
Okay. So now that was just basically the format of the show. Now we're going to like actual Islanders who have been on
And some notable couples. And
yeah.
I was gonna preface something. So Erin and I were talking, and you know, it is surprising. Love Island is more successful than like The Bachelor or Bachelorette. There are a lot more couples that are still together.
Yeah.
And there are less seasons of Love Island because we were saying like with The Bachelor, Bachelorette, you get one couple at the end, right? But there is a Bachelor that kind of starts dating, but they are generally more successful with their couples, which is interesting.
Oh my God.
So these are just, and not again, remember like all these people like either got married, had baby, or engaged, dating, blah blah blah. But they like didn't win, but they still like stayed with their
Stayed
couple,
together.
and they're like they were like so strong and whatever. So Alex and Olivia, which is on the left, they're on the left. They're probably my favorite couple from Love Island. I love them. I follow both of them. I follow their like we're making a house in the English countryside account.
Oh, stop.
Abel's adorable. Like they're so cute. And they like I think Alex was a bombshell and like Olivia was there and she was just
I could see that.
He was a
Yeah.
bombshell, and it was crazy because poor Olivia, she was on, it was season 2, I think. And
Yeah.
she had a rough go of it because she was with a guy at the beginning, and then he kind of was like playing her, like recoupling with other girls. And then when Alex came in, everybody was like, do we believe him? Does he really want to be with her? And like they're still together. Like, love that.
They're
for
still
them.
together. They're married. They're adorable. I think they just celebrated like 5 years married.
Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh.
I know they're amazing. We love them.
yeah. And then there's Nathan and Cara. They were also part of the season 2. They got first place and they're married and have 2 babies now. They're so adorable. I love that for them.
Yes.
Jamie and Camila, that was 2007. They're married, 2 babies, and I think they didn't win. They were just like one of the couples that came out of it.
Yeah.
But the tea is with her, she dated Prince Harry. She was one of his biddies in like 2014 or 2015. And that was like the tea about her when she like came in and people were like, why do you look familiar? And she was like, oh well, I dated Prince Harry maybe, blah blah blah. So it was like
right.
Yeah.
Like
So
fact.
it's just like a
100%.
quick like so yeah, so that's that. Hello, please work. Okay. Dom and Jess, they are married, have a baby. What was wild about this is that so Dom is one of the original, and Jess, she was brought in, but then she was kicked off, and like he stayed there like 2 days. They had a connection, they were coupled up. He had a she was kicked off, he was there for 2 days and then was like, I can't do this. I have to be with Jess. And so he leaves and then they're still together, married, have a baby, like they're adorable. Probably the most famous Love Island UK couple, Molly Mae and Tommy. They got second place, but you know they're engaged and have a baby now. So
engaged as of like last week. Like we were filming the podcast when they got engaged.
And we were like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
so
we
cute.
love them. She was
We
was she the bombshell?
She was one of the bombshells, and then Tommy was like,
yeah, it was very cute. We love them.
Mhm.
There's a video I included of them. Who else?
Okay, so this is from season
last summer.
8.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
8.
season 8 last summer.
So these are the only 2 couples that are still together from their season, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
And so we love both
last
of them.
year.
They're-
Yeah.
yeah, it was last year. So Andrew and Tasha on the left, they're adorable. They had a rocky road throughout Love Island, but they made it through, and now they're like one of our favorite couples.
I love this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because
They're adorable.
she was a model or dancer, or I guess she's a model now, whether or not she was before.
Exactly.
They were paired up by the British public, and I mean, I don't know if they ever. I think they might have recoupled once or twice, but they did find their way back to each other and then got 4th place. Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
And then India and Dami, they were both originals, but they weren't paired up together at the beginning, and then they like took their friendship and they were like, maybe there's something more here, and now they're together. They got their place. We love them. And India is the Love Island After Sun host, which is the
it comes
show
on
after.
Sundays.
Sun.
And they
Where-
bring on people who were eliminated that week and like kind of debrief, and then they'll play like, well, I think they play the episode first of Sunday, and then they'll do After Sun and like talk about
it,
talk about notable drama of the week, stuff like that. And so she's on it, and she's on a Love Island podcast too, like by the actual Love Island team, not just like her own podcast. Yeah, so she's really got success.
Love that.
Yeah.
Actually, most of them from last season I think did. There are a few winter couples that I did not include on here because Erin doesn't watch the winter season, and I don't think they're going to last much longer. The winter season just ended in February or March, so I watched it. Erin,
you have these though.
I do have these. I put these on here. So these are pretty much all winter contestants. Embarrassing for me. These are the big ones though, because Callum and Molly, they were the 2020 season. So this was right before COVID. She was actually a Casa Amor girly. So he had, oh, right. She's like hot. We love her. So Callum was actually he was coupled up with this girl, Shauna, from I think almost the beginning. And then he goes to Casa Amor, meets Molly. They're hitting it off, having the best time. And she is like miserable in the main building. Like, I miss Callum. Like, when's he coming back? She's sleeping on the day beds because she doesn't want to sleep in the same room with like those other guys that she doesn't know. And then he brought Molly back and she's like, Shauna's doing great now. She has a baby. We love her. But yeah, and they are still together. Reports are that they're living together. So we do love to see that because, you know, like them having kind of broken up that other couple. You know. Kai and Sinem, we love them. I am obsessed with them for no reason because they're not that entertaining. But they did win season the winter together. Yeah, they won the 2023 winter season. She was also from Casa Amor, and they are the first Casa coupling to win, is my understanding. So yeah, I thought that was notable, and I think they'll make it work. There's other winter couples from their season that are still together. That again, I'm just not sure that they're going to stick it out past like the year mark probably. And then I included Lucy and Luke M. So Lucy was actually on the 2019 summer season. Luke M was on the 2020 winter season. So they were on different seasons, and he slid into her DMs after they both got like kicked out of the villa. I know. I think that one. I probably picked that picture. That was definitely edited. Is, like, incredible. It's like gotta be edited, but. They are still together, and I think that's kind of cute. It's kind of giving Bachelor Nation where like people, you know, intermingle. There's actually, I don't know of any other couple from any other seasons that did that, but I don't think so. From what I've seen, they've been together, I think like 2 or 3 years, something like that. I love that for them. Yeah, very cute. Are we moving on to breakups, Erin? Oh no,
no. These are the most recent season just ended. Like last week, Molly I think.
Zach are still we did not include the bridge for how Molly and Zach ended up together.
We did it. Split up. Yeah. So they played us. Yeah. Remember that iconic piece of television we showed you maybe 15 minutes ago? They played us, and they were like, "Okay, Casa Amor, la la la." They like intro the guys like to the girls, and we're like, "Yes." And then they're like bringing these new biddies for the guys, and we're like, "Okay." And then we see like this woman walking with her hands fully up here on her waist. And they start to zoom up. And Ian Sterling is like, "Guess who's back?" And then we zoom up and they see Molly.
Yes. But the problem is, and the annoying thing is, it ruined Casa Amor because all the guys really know her. And so they're not doing anything out of line because she's friends with those girls. She's going to tell them. Yeah. And then the other problem is, they fully had truly played us. They didn't just like kick her out. They sent her back to England. She is seen.
She literally was on a plane.
So we were like, all right, she's gone. Like,
people.
It's over. She went on After Sun. She has access to her phone, and she comes back seeing that the public kind of hated her before and changes her whole like game after coming back. She
doesn't say a single thing.
He stays loyal.
He stays silent when yeah. And we're just like, boring. It honestly
and it ruined the TV. I know. Like that moment was so pivotal, and then just to bring her back, like, why dump her? You know,
that was so not cool.
Yeah, crazy. I forgot that we did not bridge that. And then she just
I did that. Yeah, we just like, here's Molly. Yeah, and they ended up getting like fourth place.
Yeah,
and we're like,
there were some rough couples this season that
but currently all 3 couples are still together. And here are these couples. So Ella and Tyreek, they're still together. They're the ones that like became exclusive, and then she brought back a man from Casa Amor, and he was devastated. Whitney, our queen, and Lachlan is he's a Casa guy. And then Jess and Sammy, we love Jess.
We do not like Sammy. I wish he was eliminated. He won the fucking show. Pisses me off.
He won the show.
Yes.
It was wild. First of all, Whitney and Lachlan should have won.
100%.
Whitney should have won. Period.
Yes.
But
literally, Sammy said that Jess was not his type, and that she was like basically ugly. He said that, and then they still ended up together, and they won.
Did they show that?
Yes.
And it was him, his little
about it. That's what Katie on the last screen went on a pod, because that's a whole nother thing. There's like no NDAs for the show. So she goes on a podcast and was like,
not anymore.
Someone was like, well, what's like the biggest fight that maybe we didn't see? And she was like, Jess and Sammy got into a fight about how like he did not think she was like pretty or whatever. And it was like, so she knows, like they are
Right.
aware.
So it was for the money.
Maybe. I don't know if they'll last truly because he is
I
like
think
a mess. I hate him.
I think once he gets back to I think once he gets back to, or like, well, now he's back in the UK, he'll like hold Jess's hand for the, podcast and whatever, and then I think he'll play her somehow when he goes on a night out or something, and Jess will be there devastated, which will be tragic, but she picked this man, so what can we say?
I do appreciate, like, even though Whitney didn't win, Jess, like, surprisingly we did love her too. Because in the first episode, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like Jess. And then as this like time went on, I was like, oh, she's a girl's girl. We love her. Like, she's good.
Yeah, like
but
Ella, Ella Whitney and Jess, they were all like besties, and they were
Catherine,
adorable. So
she got
and Catherine, but because she changed her tune. Anyway,
she brought someone back from Casa and nobody liked him, so she got kicked off.
Right.
And she played who she was coupled up with before. Moving on.
On
Notable
both of our favorite
breakups.
Islanders side of that. Notable breakups.
So Ekin-Su and Davide were the 2022 summer winners. I don't know if I actually thought they would stay together, but they were adorable and they seem to have like good connections. They like randomly had a TV show of them going to Italy and Turkey where they're from.
A
And
spin-off show
then
because people loved them so much. They were also
they were just
kind
like
of,
so interesting to watch.
Yeah, they were kind of off and on throughout the season. They would get in big blowout fights and then like be back together. So we're not 100% surprised they didn't end up together, but they definitely had some chemistry. Like,
yeah. Chloe and Toby, so they're the ones on the left or the right.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I meant to, but then the tall one in the middle was like a riot. Anyway.
No. Chloe and Toby, they're on the right. This is devastating because I love Chloe. And they apparently Toby dumped her like via text or like just randomly broke up with her, and she was like, what? And now she's like picking up the pieces. They were house hunting, blah blah blah. Anyway, Faye and Teddy, they moved in together, dated for 2 years and then split up, which was sad.
I know. I don't know if there was any tea about them. I don't know.
I don't remember any
really
tea. I think they just kind of like, I think they just kind of split.
So this is basically my slide. This is some winter breakups. These truly like kind of rocked my world because I follow all 4 of these people on Instagram. So like truly, I was like in it. So Paige and Finn, they won the 2020, and that was the first winter season they ever did. They won it. And they did it for 3 years. They lived together. Like they were posting cute videos together. They did a lot of traveling. The tea on her is that she dated Louis Quaddy before coming on the show. Right. And I loved their like vibe. Like he slept on the daybeds during Casa Amor. He was like a good dude, you know what I mean? I will say not 100% surprised because she was a little bit older. I think she was 26 or 27 and he was 21 or 22. Ooh. So I think, he came in and they did lock it down. They dated, they were living together, but I do wonder sometimes if like his age, he's like not 100% ready. You know what I mean? Like even though he was like, there's that. Shanice and Luke T, also from the 2020 season, they came in second place. I think I loved them more than Paige and Finn, but the UK racist, like there's that whole thing going on. But I guess they dated for 2 years. They moved in together as well. They got a puppy named Nala. I follow her on Instagram. Oh my gosh. Shanice got her in the breakup. And he was also, I don't remember if he slept on the daybeds or not, but he was,
ooh, what is happening?
The camera turned back.
Too funny.
Okay. Love. It's like recalibrating.
Still going. Okay. Just trying to find the bodies. And then
there we go. But Luke T, I don't remember if he slept on the daybeds or not during Casa Amor, but I don't remember him doing anything shady during Casa Amor. And then they both ended up becoming officially like boyfriend and girlfriend on the show. But I remember Luke T, because she was like a Disney girl, which is like a little cringe, but he had her do a scavenger hunt throughout the villa. And then at the end, he like made a paper mache crown and was like, will you be my girlfriend? And it was the cutest moment on television. Sweet. So when they broke up, I was really sad. Now he's engaged to another girl named Chelsea. They look happy together, but like I was very sad for them.
That's quick.
I know, but they do everything together because again, I still follow him. So I mean, he's hot, like we love him.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
So I had to include them, even though the winter seasons don't get much traction. I just was like, look, I was emotionally connected to these people,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure.
Okay. So now there are, as the seasons go on, we see the casting tropes. We see the token insert trope person in every season. So first is the white man who talks too much, who usually is there from the beginning, and who's crazy. Yeah.
You can't tell me these three men are not related.
They all look the same.
They all look the same, and they're all crazy. And they all
literally crazy.
Talk. Well, what's iconic is they all try to give advice, and then they're like, they have the worst advice. And they have the absolute worst advice. I think the worst of them, I can't, well,
do you think Luca? I think Luca.
I think, what's his name again?
Jake?
I think, oh yeah, Jake. I don't know. I think Jake was kind of like playing a full game, but Luca is also like terrible. Anyway, it was definitely the worst of the three was definitely not Mitch. It was the other two.
He was just a mess, but it wasn't his fault. But all three of these men basically like tried to stay to the grave with their original coupling, like for the game. So Mitch didn't work out for him. He really tried, and so I think because it didn't work out early on. It was like because he was coupled up with Molly.
It was day
early on.
It was day 4. Zach came in and stole Molly, and he was trying. He was trying.
She almost got eliminated, and he saved her and was like, "I did this for you, Molly." So, but then she was still like, "I'm with Zach." So Mitch
she's like
tried his hardest, but it didn't work. But Luca and Jake, basically, I don't know if it was the first day coupling. I know for Jake it was with Liberty, but the other two, they to the grave.
I think Luca,
like, I'm loyal to this girl, and it didn't work.
I think because it was for Luca and Mitch's season, it was the British public putting together. So like I think Gemma was there, but the British public didn't put them together because of their age, I think. Because Gemma was 19 and Luca is like,
I think 19 is the youngest we've seen, but anybody who comes in at 19 does not have business being on Love Island, because Amber this season was 19. She should not have been there. So they don't do it often, but it does happen.
But yeah, Luca was like 25, 26.
Yeah. So
trying to get it. And then we have the toxic light skinned boy.
Oh my gosh.
There's more, but I just included 3 because
these are just the 3.
Ty was not too toxic, but still it was like the vibe,
I'm sorry, you said Ty was not too
Kai.
He's right. I was like, I thought you said Ty. I was like, yeah. But Toby and Ty, toxic.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have the token like sim boy. And then we have the girl next door. So they're the girls that come in, and all the boys are like, oh my gosh, she's like my dream girl, she's perfect, she's blah blah blah. And they like try, even if they're like so boring personality wise, they're just pretty and just like pretty white women.
And they are all boring, like truly. Like they like Molly and Zach's conversations up until the end were like, I'm just having so much fun. And it's like, who are you? Like, who
I'm so glad we're here. Like that challenge. And then you're like, what are you actually talking about? Nothing.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Literally crickets.
But yeah, so there's that. And then we have the blonde bombshell.
Yep.
And these
they
are
do have
all
a little more substance to them, but and we do end up loving most of them.
Truly, I think out of the 2 here, Liberty and I forget what's her name at the bottom, they were the original, which are the 2 girls on the left. But I think all the other, and Sam or Jess, but I think all the rest came in as bombshells, like actually.
Yeah, that's like the definition of a bombshell.
Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, look how iconic they look. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, you skipped Whitney and the baddies.
Oh yes, the clicker wasn't clicking.
I've been waiting.
Clicker wasn't clicking.
And
the baddies.
Do want to preface the baddies. Okay, we're back on blonde bombshells, by the way.
Oh, I'm on baddies.
Oh God.
What? It's
the baddies is like a newer trope, because Erin and I were trying to think back to earlier seasons, but it is like a newer trope because like some of these girls, like honestly, the first like 4 or 5 seasons, the girls are all doormats. Not even just like the white women are doormats. Everybody like, and as like
are you on the baddie slide?
We are, yes.
Okay.
And as time has gone on, they get more of a backbone, and there have been again the tropes have kind of like evolved with the show. So as you saw the Love Island like season 1 clip, it's all white people. Yeah. And there's no tropes there, but as time has gone on, we've like gotten different tropes. So baddies are all within the last 4 seasons probably.
Yeah.
Love this.
Because when was she was season like 7, 5, I don't know. but we love them. They're all
Cass was
hot.
season 8. I think she was like just 2020 or 2019.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
21.
I thought. Yeah, I thought 2021 because was she with Amber or was that? I don't remember.
No,
But we literally have 3 girls from one season on here, so that's
we
exactly
do.
us.
The 3 biddies in the middle.
We love them.
We do. And
did I
then
recognize
India
from the
we
other
love.
slide.
Yeah.
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 Included Zara on there.
So-
She was one of the winter girls, and she was eliminated too soon. And actually, a lot of people thought they might bring her back because she was on for such a short time, but she caused a lot of chaos, and everyone loved her. But then they didn't bring her back, so she did not get the white woman Molly treatment. Unfortunately, we wish she did. Although Zara came first, but still
Typical.
doesn't matter. They could have done it for anyone, not just her. So I included this slide because, like, you know, they are semi-diversifying or attempting to. Within the last few seasons, they've included token, like, people with
Okay.
disabilities. So rumor has it, so Hugo in the middle here, he was from, what, 2021, I think. And he
Yeah.
was touted as, like, the original disability, like, Love Islander.
No.
And because get this, he had clubfoot as a child. So
why did they show the
Thank
feed?
you. Anyway, so then when they posted that he was like the first Islander with a disability, one of the contestants from 2018 came out and was like, I was actually maybe the first. I mean, according to him, was the first because he was on the show and he is on the autism spectrum with Asperger's. And he actually left on day 7 because he was in like a stress-induced psychosis because of all the like stress of the villa and the social interaction. But yeah, so Niall was actually the like quote unquote first. There may be other people we just don't know about that have not self-identified. But Hugo was the first, and Clubfoot, which is like, come on, like come on.
They make sure that his feet are in the.
You can't even really tell, truly. And then we had Tasha, who is probably the first like big like no dibble because she came on and was like, I'm deaf, like it was very much like part of her whole thing. Ron was from the winter season. He's blind in one eye. Don't remember how that happened. It didn't come up often, but he was the one for the season. And then Ty from this season also was up in one ear. So these are well, because that's the ear that works.
Oh, okay.
He's got
Okay.
the lightning bolt. But it's like, you know, they are like pretending like they're like, oh yeah, we have inclusive. Yeah, and it's like you have inclusive people who you can't even, besides maybe Tasha, like see their disability. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, and no, I mean, this is not that all disabilities are valid, even if they can't be seen, but it's like for the show's sake, like
You still have to be like visibly like
yeah,
look a certain way.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. You still have to be hot, and you can't have like
Oh.
I don't have much to say about this. I don't know if you do, Erin.
I don't
These
either, but
These are not a trope that's cast by the show. This is just people who act wild, move mad, screw over their partner, and then get added to Destiny's Child. And yeah, that's that. Every season there's a new one.
that's
Yeah. Oh, we don't have to watch these videos
okay.
because
I
they're
think they just start to
One of my-
play. They just start to play.
This is
when you
more
click the
important, I
thing.
think. I think you understand. the tropes.
Honestly,
We can
yeah.
skip those. So up until last summer, contestants were still able to have their social media run by their family and friends.
Yeah.
So they were still amassing tons and tons of followers because they were active on social media, even though it wasn't really them. So people would leave the villa with 1 million followers, 1 million plus, primarily on Instagram. But last season, due to bullying, because people have been like bullied, harassed since the start of Love Island, because obviously it's messy. They have banned that. So now people leave the villa with like 450K, which is like still a lot, but definitely like, in comparison, I mean, the people coming out now are not going to be as famous necessarily as those who like had their social medias run for them.
Yeah.
We do have a link for biggest scandals. We do not have to click it.
We won't click it.
Yeah, a lot of, as you have been able to gather, the show is messy. People hook up on TV. They still do, even though it's a little less so. But that article has just like a link of all the complaints that people have made because there's misogyny. There's
Of course.
I did include, I don't know if you know about this, Erin, maybe you do. Season 2 on
Oh,
the
yeah.
Red, that's
Oh, yeah, I
Zara.
was on both
She
of
had
these.
sex on national television and then lost her Miss Great Britain title and then left the villa
Yeah.
because she was so distraught. Yeah.
She left the villa and she was like, but it wasn't like, I didn't do it. It was like, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, girl, we
It was really
saw,
sad.
because it was still during season 2. And she was like,
Yeah.
and then she found out in the villa that
Yeah,
she
they-
lost
they
her
came
Miss
in and
Great
told
Britain
her.
title. And she was like absolutely devastated, obviously. But that's that. And then the picture at the bottom is
Yeah.
Caroline, Mike, and
Sophie.
what's her name?
Sophie from like
Sophie.
season 1 or 2.
Yeah, they're all they all
all
passed
killed.
away. So
They've all killed themselves
So
From Love
from
Island.
bullying
yeah, except
from
for
Love
Caroline,
Island.
it's got a little asterisk
Yeah,
because
I
of
know
her.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
she has.
But it was all the
Yes.
British public. It was a lot of
Yeah, they're horrible.
Yeah.
Sorry to our British listeners.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, so Love Island is a fangirl's dream because there's so much content that you can
It's everywhere.
just like
It's
ingest
just-
everywhere. There are like 50 bajillion podcasts after that are Love Island related or not, and they just like all the Islanders like go on it. Like you can constantly see a new clip. After the Sun is the show that's like after the Sunday airing. Do they have NDAs? I don't think anymore because Katie was just on one of the podcasts talking. And I was like,
and they talk about
bro,
everything.
what?
They talk about the conditions in the villa. They talk about their involvement.
Yep.
These are like super nails. We don't need to click them, but like they were notable because Ekin-Su signed a $1 million brand deal with Opali. It has since been it's over now because she didn't post them often enough. And their demographic did not match her demographic, but they didn't know that when they signed the deal. And then the other list, I mean, there have been at least 10 or 15 Islanders that have left with greater than 6-figure brand deals with like Pretty Little Thing, Opali.
That's
insane.
I think someone since
Primark.
Love Island is now like eBay sponsored. I think one of them has like
because they are trying to be sustainable. So eBay has like the secondary, you can buy clothes secondhand.
Oh my gosh.
Tasha signed
it's
that
wild.
deal. Figures.
We
might want to watch some of those.
We can watch both of these. They're quick. Okay, so Davide.
Slides of this.
Oh yeah, Davide is the
winner.
He was the winner with Ekin-Su of last season, and he is wild.
Davide once said,
Play with Monopoly, not with me. No, still acting. Can you shut? Bro, can you shut it? Fuck up. I got text. Fucking liar. That is my line, Natasha. Fake lies at the Louis Vuitton from China. Hey, girls. Is there anyone in the villa? You know, Karma is a bitch. The fakest person I ever met. The fakest. They're gonna give you an Oscar. Telling you that you are a liar. You don't care about me. You are a liar. Now I don't give a shit about you. Don't worry. Really? Yeah, I don't give a shit about you. Liar. Liar. You are a liar.
Hey, come on.
That's his line.
I mean, that's why he won. Come on.
That's his line. That's why he won. Also, all of those were to his partner Ekin-Su, who they were together for a year after that.
Yeah.
What? That's why we're like, did we think they were going to stay together? Maybe not, but
right. This is a heartbreak challenge win. One of the hottest ones in notable history.
No.
Oh,
I know. Gosh.
You have to play the Andrew and Tasha one.
Tongue left, every jaw dropped.
Wow, that's a song that you do. One. Oh my gosh. He doesn't really dance, but he's
He
hot.
just came out to everyone, and it was game over.
Oh, stop.
The dog Angel. Oh my god, no. No. He is bad for me. No.
You may have seen her in Destiny's Childish.
That boy knows what he's doing with his eyes. I know firsthand.
So simple. I just want to you don't have to do it.
I'm not gonna lose it.
The Barnsley Angel strikes again.
He had no substance to him, but he's hot, so we love him.
We love
I
him.
noticed that challenge so fast.
Yeah. Okay.
We can skip the Liberty one, but we have to watch the Andrew and Tasha one.
Yeah.
So, Makoko, obviously, we kissed in bed or whatever. I didn't really think there was much more to it, but yeah, basically she's told the guys that I like sucked her tits or whatever. Like licked her tit or whatever, and before it comes out of anyone else, I wanted to tell you.
Andrew literally gave you an opportunity to be
I'm not gonna lie, I
honest.
didn't even fucking remember that.
What do you mean remember that?
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of shit was going through my head. I'm not using an excuse, but yeah, I did do it.
Like that is
You
gold.
started here and then just like got all over there.
People still
He's
quote
like,
that.
I don't know,
Then,
but we kissed or whatever, and then I big titties or whatever.
I got lots of going in my head, but like I'm not using that as an excuse. But I did it.
Took it or whatever. Iconic television.
And then he goes,
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Oh my
Stop.
gosh.
Okay.
Oh, these are both long.
Okay, we don't need them. Sorry.
Yeah.
But oh
Morty
gosh.
used to fight in front of all the girls, and we love her for it.
This was
You
also.
can just play the beginning.
Oh, of which
Oh
one?
my gosh. Of just Amy, because that's like it. She might
This
have heard the clip. Just the beginning, yeah.
I was coming back here to tell you that I loved you.
After Casa.
I was coming back here to tell you I loved you, right? And I come back and I've been away for 4 days. And I come back to find out that you've been snogging other people, you've been telling other people you fancy them, telling people you're recoupling with them.
I asked her to recouple, she said no, and I said I was going to continue pursuing her because I was, and then I realised that it was the wrong thing to do. I said that before.
So do you think I deserve better than that?
Yes.
Do you think I deserve to worry every single time you go off something?
Probably positive, but it's just like I think she
made
self-eliminated
myself
after this, didn't she? She
I
either got
think so, I
kicked
can't
out or
remember.
left. Yeah. She did not recouple with him from my understanding. They like broke up, yeah. Oh, these are both Anna. We can skip her.
To take a girl in front of
You like
her.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes, we're towards the end.
Yes.
Katie's favorite Islanders.
I'm not going to go too in detail, but these are my favorite Islanders. There's Paige in the top left. She was just like, we love her. Olivia and Alex, as we've talked about before. Maura, I just love, I don't remember, you know, if she was chaotic or like messy or whatnot, but I just love that she would fight. Like she overheard him say, like, I'm going to find out if she's all mouth or not. And she like fought, like, he's like, let's go talk on our own. And she's like, no, whatever you have to say in front of me, you can say in front of the girls. And then all the girls are like, so we just love that about her. Lucy, I could have made his picture smaller, but I didn't because I love him that much. He was just a good dude. Ekin, classic. We love her. She crawled across the terrace to get a kiss from someone that wasn't Davide. Molly Mae in the top right corner. We love her. And then Scott and Whitney, both from this current season. Scott has some good one-liners, and Whitney's just an icon. We love her. Love that.
Okay, so I have Cara and Nathan. They're
Girl,
OGs.
you did not.
Yes. She was on the show.
Also,
wait,
first of
she's
all,
season 1?
Yeah.
First of all, Lauren, season 1, she was iconic on the season. She was a girl's girl. She like was amazing. I actually really did like her. And then she also made the entire 1D fandom mad at her because she posted this picture, and can't hate the player, hate the game, you know. So I was like, anyway, so obviously like Whitney at the top, Teddy, love him, Olivia, love her, Scott, love him, and then Chloe and Millie, they're now roommates because both of their men broke up with them, and they're adorable. So yeah. And then in conclusion, watch Love Island in the UK.
They're all on Hulu if you want to watch.
Oh my gosh.
Catch up, you know. It's a commitment, that's for sure. But it's worth it.
But it's like a fun TV to watch. The end.
I love the drama. And I
mean, they keep you going, you know what I mean?
need like an everyday thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. And it is something like with the amount of episodes they're putting out, the amount of content that is truly like coming, that's interesting. I mean, to post every day an interesting episode definitely is like a feat in itself, you know?
my God.
So, I mean, they must make editors, sound editors, like everybody's got to be making bank, because how do you throw these episodes together like this? I don't know.
Amazing.
It's a great time.
I love the PowerPoint, guys.
Thanks. Do you feel like you understand the show?
Oh, I totally. I feel like I kind of watched season 1, not when it came out, but like when I was listening to TNG, and I was like, I gotta get into it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I can't understand what anybody is saying, and then I like fell off.
Fair
but
enough.
now that I know like the lore,
and it does like change drastically over time, because like again, you've seen a little bit of the first villa. It's like kind of bland, kind of boring. It's like kind of dark in there from what I remember, but then as the seasons go on, they get more money, it's brighter. Like, I mean, they change some of the obviously rules, get a little more stricter, but it does kind of like find its footing in a way. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm excited to watch the next season then.
Yeah, maybe start with like season 5 or something. I don't know. Start like kind of, you know, a little further
down.
I'll be ready to go. Yeah, I'll be ready to go.
Exactly.
That was amazing.
Wow.
Look at what you can do.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Put your mind on something.
I know. Both of us were like, do we want to work or make this
And I
our
feel like
plan?
it kept us on track because imagine like trying to just pull that. Like you're going back
It
and
could be
forth.
anywhere.
The
Yeah.
visuals help.
The
you
visuals
know?
helped a lot, and now I'm gonna go look up all these people. And
Yeah,
see, like, what they're-
Absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely.
You guys are
Well,
experts.
we tried. Well, love this.
How do they end Love Island? Is there like an
Adia-
ending sound or anything?
It
No.
just fade to black.
It
Just,
just clicks off.
I
Okay.
know. And maybe tomorrow night.
Next
Oh.
time,
next time on.
29
funny.
and Chronically
I
Online,
know. We haven't thought that far ahead.
we have a
about it.
new bombshell entering the villa.
It's like you've seen the show.
Right? I just know
Wow.
like that line. Like I
Fair
don't
enough.
know
Yeah.
anything more than that. I just know that line. That's
Fair
great.
enough.
I love that.
This has been fun.
This has been
This
really
has been
fun,
great.
guys.
Educational.
100%. Now you know who we'll be talking about randomly.
Yes,
'cause,
now
you know,
I can pinpoint.
We really only put the people that we still follow on here. Because there
Exactly.
are definitely other couples and other people, but
Hell
there's
yeah.
just they pump out so much content. I mean, it's like 30 Islanders a season. You can't
That's
follow
insane.
them all. And they're not
No.
all interesting and they're not all good. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you guys. Thank you for your
Thank you
service.
for listening because
Thank you for
your service.
listening.
a lot. I know.
I'm so excited now to get into something new. Like I needed
enough.
to get into another
Breath of
thing,
fresh
you
air.
know? Like I needed to be a fan of something else, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thanks. We don't have
All
an
right.
outro.
I know.
So,
This has been
I
29
guess-
Chronically Online.
and
Bye.
that's the